Alright, level with me here. What's the deal with yellow paint? Well, spoiler alert, it's not about the yellow paint. So I was reading this article about how Ubisoft for the new Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaws, so graciously allows us to turn off the quote-unquote yellow paint. And if you've been living under the rock I've been living under, what is the yellow paint? So yellow paint is, I think, from what I've gathered, is the very extremely obvious signs of you're supposed to be interacting with something in video games. Like say, you know, this is supposed to be the edge that you're going to be climbing on to progress the story, and it's going to be painted with a yellow paint around the ledges so you can see it clearly. Now, in the article, right, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it feels like Ubisoft is making it sound like they're doing us a favor. So, oh yeah, we allow you to turn off the yellow paint. As if it's like, what the fuck? How is that even like a favor you're doing for us? What are we supposed to do? Duty calls. Hey, duty calls, I'm right. Terrible. Okay, alright, let's do it. Are we gonna get a cutscene or something? Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Udar will have the material she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shen the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mamodi. It'll be the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Okay. And then she'll give me some other things to do. And in between, I actually did a few small quests. One of them to pawn off a... No! What is going on? Oh no. This is not going well. Obnoxious merchant? You can tell he's a bad guy by the scars on his face, obviously. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from it. Don't even try to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I feel like she's got some special story here, huh? I bought this. I paid this for on my own, with my own coin. What rot! You refugees all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less choice cut of dodo. Oh, they have dodo in this world. Okay. I'm going to say one more time: give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. Wait, where did these refugees come from? By rights. Oh, probably the war with the Guardians. I should turn you over to Brass Blaze, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I am a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require. Like an Instagram model. The authorities needn't hear of your crime. Terrible. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Everybody's backing off, right? And obviously I'm the idiot now. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. Swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing about us with my safe. I only wanted to treat my children to this meal. Wow. Alright, are we gonna have to beat up some bandits or what is going on here? Oh, who the hell are you when you're a homeless dog's master? I don't know what that means. I've had enough of this mummer's face. You lot, teach him a lesson. Dude, can we talk about this? Can we not talk about this? Jesus Christ, dude. You jump into conclusions, man. Can we talk about this? No? No, just black screen? Okay. Oh. Oh, jeez. Here, have a shot in the knee, dude. We'll just kite the shit out of him, right? Alright, well, we'll just keep kiting. I should have stopped at the 7th Dale. Yeah, you should have. You know what, this whole keyboard thing is, I'm wondering if I'm not doing this right, you know? I don't know. These mofos joining us? Joining him? No, dude. No, dude. Alright. I'm gonna get the caster first, right? Anyway, so I was talking about this article about yellow paint, right? And again, I feel like maybe I'm reading too much into it about how Ubisoft is graciously allowing us to turn things off, to turn off the yellow paint. But it's not just about the article, right? It's the string of behavior that Ubisoft has, well, in the display in the past couple of years, where they really don't give a fuck about consumers. They don't give a fuck about us. I ain't getting paid enough for this shit. Hey, what the hell do you think you're going? Get you a haircut, probably. Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you, thrice over. She has to be important at some point. Oh, no. Fuck. Are we reading her mind now? Are we in her head? Yes, we are. Shit, what's going on? Is this at the border where they're warring with the Guardians and they're invading? I swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? Because the Guardians are coming, dude. It's simple, really. While a number of families survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their community. Oh, the residents found their land had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes. The only problem, the problem, those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their home and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Uda has a reputation of being prosperous, and it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. Huh. How topical. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the cities. Very topical. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we've always had the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades will welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Guardian Empire? Patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. Indeed, that's why we got like a huge amount of crime in Toronto right now, and lots of cars being stolen. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. Dude, that's rough. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. How nuanced of you. Dodo tenderloins, get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thailand. Oh, that's her. Thank you for your costume, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think Uda was well on its way to recovery, but peer through the veil of prosperity, you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Indeed. Damn. Madam, are you alright? What? I'm fine. No problem. I'm okay. I just read your past. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? Dude, you were a total dick a minute ago. Now you're like, oh, I'm a defenseless citizen. Go fuck yourself, piece of shit. What? Sour bite on me, you say? That's absurd. I stood by. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Oh, it's a Papa, whatever his name is. There they are. They're right there. Papa Limo, right? And what's her name again? Fine, I will overlook this, but just this once. He runs away. I'm gonna go get a haircut. A proper one. A real haircut. God bless you, adventurer. If you had come along when you did, who knows what a monster would have done. I don't bear thinking about it. That's true. It's true. He's a piece of shit, but hey. What is the conscious thought? Is it what is it? Shit, what was it called? Man, I can't remember. Case closed. Alright. Papalima, you can show yourself. Ida. Okay, right. Papalima, we've been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gardania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. Indeed. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a guild by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this, we are convinced. You guys are easily convinced, aren't you? Even if you were kind of dragged into the business with the dodo meat. That's true. Yes, thank you, Ida. Ida? I don't know. And then there is a matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision of you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you to understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. Oh, this must be the other girl. I was watching Jesse Cox's video about the story. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist you on adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi. I don't know. The proprietress of Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Why can't you just tell me where to find you guys? Why do I have to go talk to somebody else about it? Couldn't you just tell me? Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of the Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone except for Momodi. She knows already. Scions of the Seventh Dawn? I thought it was oh. Maybe the conscious thought of something else. Into a copper hell. Wait, that's the other quest I was doing, right? No, into the copper hell. Right, let's go talk to Momodi. We were just there, weren't we? And then we ran out. Anyway. Right, I was saying about the behavior of Ubisoft, right? So from things like the problem, the whole mess with that stupid pirate game, Black Flag, right? It's like, oh, the first quadruple A game. Well, we're gonna charge you $120 for it, and then we'll give you fuck all, right? It's like a triple A, quadruple A prices F tier product. Seems like that are coming. Seems like that are becoming more and more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Well, I guess this is another adventurer. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knees, eh? What if he took an arrow to the knee? Then what should he do? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a tale of a gentleman's woe with the woman folk from time to time. She's a gossipy type. Of course you are. Yeah, bring me the tea. Verena, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off-the-carriage adventurer. That's good. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you've been hard at work with giants in the dark. You're every elm the adventurer Mune said you'd be, Verena. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Yes, he will. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass who wanted a word with you. You didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Oh, this is a different girl. Oh, that's the one that we saw before. Right? She's the one that was carrying the ashes, and they had a whole group where one of them died because she couldn't heal in time. Is that who she is? Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. Okay, what's up? My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow to... though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gradania and when... I'm sorry. We were in Gradania when the leader of our party was killed. Yes, I heard about it, so. His name was Avery, and he and I were to be wed in spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembers you would be an understatement. He will sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see. An adventurer's adventurer. I'm sure he will be like you one day. Well, I mean, he's not doing a very good job, is he? I believe that he would have succeeded had the fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as I ever once was. Would the conversation be the same if I were a male character? And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, and to ask for your name. Verna Fovia, I shan't forget. Thank you, Verna. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. That's so nice. That's so nice that she comes around and wraps up the whole story. That's cool. That is so cool. I can see why people like the story in the game. It's like little things, right? Just little things, little vignettes, and then kind of wrap it up nice. You know, we'll probably bump into her again if knowing how they've written the story so far. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was. I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post. And I'm fully glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Verna. Thank you. Hey, what did you say? You wanted to know about the signs of the seventh dawn? Well, they're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Verna. The Scions are no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. All right, let's do it. Hell yeah. Level up. Fantastic. Okay, alright, let's finish up the quest and then we can go. Do you want to know more then, do you? That just reminds me of the Starship Troopers. Would you like to know more? Click here. Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on the one door and limited wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first and the one bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Udon. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made their mission. What happened to her? Oh, it's still around. Okay. I was talking about like what happened to her accident. To solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems, of course, that ain't no small task. And so they're looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Verna. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquarters in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Walking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're warming in demand, Verna, and the days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them as help. I hope you won't forget about them as help make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Right? Well, I've signed my piece. Off you go. Sweet. So if we come back, if we do something and we come back, will they acknowledge it? That'll be interesting. Because a lot of times I find these worlds where even if you do something very impressive, nobody really acknowledges it. You know, game design, right? They can't possibly take everything into account. Alright, I was saying, quadruple oil prices are $120 or $99, I guess, for the regular version. And delivering an F-tier product. I was like, dude, that's not good, man. If you're gonna piss on me, at least don't fucking call it rain. Right? It's so annoying. And that's not the only thing, too. Right? And then all about the Assassin's Creed Shadows problem, the whole drama with the Yasuke and all that stuff. I mean, like, I don't really care about her historical accuracy for a video game, but the way they've treated the whole thing is just not great. Oh, look at her. Damn. Oh, man. I wish I can make a bunny. He looks great. Alright. So we go this way over here. And I was saying, like, with that whole thing about the way they've treated the Japanese culture and all that, I feel like, yes, don't make... Like, you can make a fictional character, and it doesn't need to be 100% historically accurate, but the way they've treated the criticisms has really been not great. I don't think, not in my opinion anyway. I feel like they're just being like, yeah, you know what, it's not a big deal. Why are you so concerned about it? It's just us making something. And it's like, your culture doesn't matter as much as what we want to make. It doesn't matter, right? And it's like, it just doesn't feel good. A year or two back, when they shut down the crew, the whole server shut down and you can't even play the game if you wanted to, not even on single player. I mean, like, that's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal. I don't think anybody's really playing that game anymore, but just... when you bought the game, when you buy a game for the single player and now all of a sudden you can't play anymore, it's like, it's not the best optics, you know what I'm saying? But again, there are other problems too on the way for Ubisoft, and just the way that Ubisoft treats its customers has been really a terrible string of bad decisions, really. And that's what results in me thinking, oh yeah, you're so graciously Ubisoft, in all your wisdom, allowing us to turn off the yellow paint. Like, dude, how about you make a game that's not lazy? How about you make a game that has... Is there a way I can fast travel? Should I just use the chocobo? Can I do that? Instead of running all the way there? You know, let's go back. Let's see if I can use the chocobo thing. Anyway, so I feel like with the yellow paint issue, they make it sound like it's our problem. Make it sound like it's the gamers that are really the problem. It's like, oh yeah, you guys are so fucking idiotic. You don't know how to play the game without yellow paint. No. That's not how it works. It's you guys as developers are too lazy to develop a coherent world where we as players can understand where we can or cannot go. If you design a system where you see, like, for example, like even in the Jedi Survivors, you had it where the walls, like you can wall run, they look like got scratches on it, right? And then it's like a directional scratch, and you can see, okay, this is where you can supposed to be wall run, and then there are like grates and stuff that you can climb, right? That is basically yellow paint, but it's not. It doesn't look like yellow paint, and it's a visual language where if you show the players these things, we understand. We're not fucking stupid. We understand, oh, here are the places you can climb and here are the places you cannot. We understand this. So if you as a game developer too lazy to create a coherent world where you can say, oh, hey, these areas, if it looks like this, you can climb it. If it looks like that, you cannot climb it. Are too lazy to think about how we can design a world where a player can easily be able to tell where they're supposed to be going, then perhaps you should go back to the drawing boards and figure out how you can do that. And then giving us the option, as if doing us a favor, to say, oh yeah, you can turn it off in this explorer mode. Like, what the fuck, dude? Why? It's just, anyway, it just feels lazy to me. Chocobo Porter. So this is a quest. Might I enter you in Chocobo Porter? Do not tell me this is your first time visit to the shop. I shall update my register with your name so that you access location in the future. Hire Chocobo Porter. Horizon? Wait, so where's Horizon? So I can only go places where I have already explored? Is that the case? Why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult? Oh man. Alright, fine. Jeez, I guess we do have to run there at least the first time. Well, like I said, yellow paint isn't a problem. It's a symptom of a problem. And the problem is that these days, and when I say devs, I don't mean the individual developers working on these studios. I mean more like the people who are deciding what to do, right? The C-level execs, or the shareholders, or the executives, or the stakeholders, or whoever it is that make these decisions. The regular devs, they don't decide on what to do with the game. They don't decide, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this game. They don't have that kind of power. So those people who make decisions are just too lazy And they're like, you know what? Just make a game and sell it, and then we make some money. I don't even care if the game is not right. The game is good or not. And the whole thing with the whole explorer mode, and you know, as far as Ubisoft game goes, you know it's gonna be a bunch of towers. So you climb the tower, you explore, and then you do something, and it's just gonna be like a copy paste of that shit all over the place, right? And you know, I feel like, right, just me, comparing Witcher 3, how that open world is made to some of the more recent games, let's say even like things like the new Far Cry games, right? And it just isn't worth exploring the world. And then it used to be that when you see open world, you're like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be so great. There's gonna be so much to explore. There's gonna be so much to learn. There's gonna be so many interesting characters you're gonna meet on the way there. It's gonna be great. And nowadays, open world just means, oh, you just have to climb, I don't know, 50 different towers, and then unlock a bunch of areas, and then do the same shit basically at different places. Right? And then, you know, anytime you hear, oh, there's gonna be a new original story, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it was like Mass Effect 1 or Dragon Age Origins, where you're gonna be like having a long story, or even Night of the Old Republic, and you realize there's a lot of Bioware games in here, but you're gonna hear a lot of stories about the companions you're gonna be interacting with. You're gonna get to know them, you're gonna get to know their background, and you're gonna have like a multifaceted character. And then in the process, knowing your characters, knowing your companions, you will be able to learn or save the world, and you know, do all of that stuff. Oh, this is Horizon. Oh. Jesus Christ. Okay. And then I feel like nowadays, if you see like, oh, a new original storyline, there isn't much. There's nothing original about it. There's like same crap over and over again. It's just gonna be like, oh yeah, you go here, do that, be a hero. Oh, it's so great, and that's it. And just like lazy, man, just lazy. And also, Baldur's Gate 3 exists. That's a recent game, and I'm not saying all the old games are better. I'm just saying games at least some of the games used to be really. It's cared for. People cared about making a good game and not just making a crash grab. And with Baldur's Gate 3, obviously proves that, and they obviously sold a lot of copies, and everybody's happy with that game, and everybody's praising the game. And it's obviously people appreciate when a game is well made, and the developer took the time, took the care, and actually wanted to make a good game. Now learn from that. Why can't we just do more of that? And I feel like it's also a little bit on us, you and I, as gamers. We shouldn't be rewarding people or companies, studios, for making the same crappy game over and over again. But also, what? When did I join the Fate? No. Oh, it's in that circle. But yeah, so even with Baldur's Gate 3, right? And a lot of the game developers, they don't seem to trust us as individuals where we can figure out how to play the game. They're like, oh yeah, we don't want to make this game too hard. But dude, look at how popular these hard games are, you know? Like Dark Souls, like the Ghost of Tsushima, or what was the other one? Like Elden Rings. Like all of these quote-unquote hard games are extremely popular these days. Make a game that make people want to play. Make a game where people feel rewarded for playing. And it's not just hard for the sake of being hard. It's hard for the sake of being a game where people can have a challenge and feel rewarded afterwards. And that's how you should do it, at least in my opinion anyway. But obviously for a game like that, it takes a lot of care, it takes a lot of vision, and that's not something every studio has apparently. You know, it's frustrating in many ways. Tataru, hey. Deep in oh god, I'm not gonna sing. A lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Trollolololo. Ah. Wah! Wait. Enable text auto advance? Oh no. You didn't hear that, did you? I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, Please be advised that this is a private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to, I'm so-and-so. Don't you know? Here at the behest of Ida and Papalimo? Yeah. My sincerest apology. May I please have your name? Is it Verona? Find it. It's on the list. I'm on the list, dude. Morena Fovia. Ah, here you are. VIP, no less. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Not Walking Sands. Oh. Headquarters of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. My name's Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Oh, that must be the other one with the power, right? Sweet. I guess she's downstairs. Waking Sands entrance. Yes. And the whole thing with the yellow paint, right? It's not just about lazy game design. It's also like maybe the devs are scared of. Again, I think it all wraps up in like the lazy thing where they didn't bother designing the game to be fully playable or fully interesting to people, so they don't want you to really spend a lot of time exploring. Who are these people? The receptionist is something else. Did you perchance notice how small she's written the names in her drawers? I couldn't make out a single one, no matter how hard I tried. Sorry, just trying to make idle conversation. The whole affair has me all worked up. I thought for sure it was some sort of scam, but they were running up hapless adventures for some nefarious ends. But now I've seen the facilities for myself, I must confess it looks legitimate. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? What? Okay, it's the other way, huh? What is all this? Yeah, I was talking about like just being lazy, right? And the yellow paint is for us, a way for us to force us to go a certain direction. And it's like, hey, look over here, don't look over there. There's nothing to see over there. Just go this way, here. Look, it's got yellow paint over here. Come here. And then they have the balls to blame us. Oh, you just players are so stupid. You need help. I take it you are Veranophobia. Tataru sent word you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. I'm sure she has. This way, if you please. Oh, what do we want? Do we have anything good? No, none of this is good. So I'll take the bronze piece, I guess. I don't know what that is. But cussing. Oh, wow.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
I don't have to read. Fantastic.
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Okay. Very cool. Nice to meet you.
I have awaited your coming.
I'm sure you have.
Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
Okay. Papalimo. Where are these guys? I know you two. Who's that? They all have the tattoo,
no
the dragon
doubt
tattoo
you are
thing?
right to burst with questions.
Yes.
But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do.
Okay.
We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea.
So they all have these goggles-looking things.
Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals.
Right.
Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose.
Okay, like lasting solution as in getting
Our order
rid
is
of all
home
of
to a
them?
number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent.
To see the past and the
This
future.
talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us.
Okay. Well, the
Tell
Warrior of
me,
Light, right?
Have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Not yet. I'm sure in my old age I will experience a lot of it.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space? A mind without a body?
Dude, Imagine if she said it in like the surfer voice. Right? Dude, have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? As though you were hovering in space, man? A mind without a body, man? Have you had that, man? It felt that way before, man? You gotta try this, dude.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent.
Yeah, dude.
Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul. A power known as the Echo.
The Echo. They have the Echo in Division.
The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events.
Interesting. So it is like an Echo in Division. When in Division, you can walk around and explore.
For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power. And this power is strong within you.
Ooh, the power is strong. Can you feel
it
or
is
something?
only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose.
That's what you think. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
That's right. I too possess the Echo.
Okay.
With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals.
What is that? Like a broken staff here on the back? It was also like the parasite in Baldur's Gate 3 where you can sense the other person.
So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace.
But I thought the primals, some can control the primals, no? Or do they just come and go as they please? But why are the primals such a problem?
Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent.
No, why? Because you can read minds? But how does that help? Can you control the primals with that power? But also, I thought the primals are supposed to be like, not necessarily benevolent, but not necessarily malevolent. They're just kind of neutral, right? If you fight them, they will fight back, and if you just do your thing, they won't bother you, right?
Make no mistake.
Maybe I'm not.
The Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm.
But why?
I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea.
Actually, it's a wagon. I was on a wagon when I came to Eorzea.
But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose.
Okay, to defeat the primals?
Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
But how does this power help with the primals? How does it work? Can you just say no? Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We're fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied to you. The right to employ retainers, for example, you're familiar with them? They're individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. So like, servants. Retainers, I guess. The papers as you requested, my lady. That's a big feather. Thank you. Is she signing some retainers to me? Is that what it is? Thank you, Tataru. Wait, what did she sign? The pleasure is mine, my lady. Is it just show me how important she is? By way of a welcoming gift, I've taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainers registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Okay. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talent. Okay? A mutual beneficial relationship, I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. Okay. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It's Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Okay. But where are all the other guys? I guess I'll get a chance to talk to all of them. Returners are not available. Okay, cool. Do I need a house for that? Huh. I guess I could talk to everybody and figure out what the hell's going on. Ishtola? Our organization, Silence of Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of Charlian natives such as myself. It's called the Circle of Knowing. Oh, Circle of Knowing, right. That was the one that was talked about in the video. The second made of individuals sharing a rare gift known as the Path of the 12. The 12's the 12 gods and the 12 months and all that. The terrible events ushered in the 7th Umbral era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. So the Umbral era are the bad times. The Astral eras are the good times. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires tremendous concentration of Aether, which is why the Beast tribe goes to such length to obtain crystals. Once they manifest a physical form, their unquenchable thirst for Aether only grows strong. They would drink the land dry, and Narai thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, they will be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. Okay, I see what you're saying. Pablimo? Hello. Well, there are others who possess the Echo, none are as near as strong as you with the power. Hence our extremely high expectation of you. Expectation. Ida? This place is called Waking Science. It's our headquarters. Yes, I know that. It used to be somewhere else. You know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. Okay. Or you. 7 waning moons see 7 suns rise. Divine orders, royals, fallen corpse, writhe. So we had 6 one of those Umbrals and Astrals, and we are in the 7th one now, right? Thus the Divine Chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shine clear. They invoke the dire circumstances of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering neath the stifling blanket of night. And we await the coming of the Umbral era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowing darkness. Well, that doesn't sound good, so we don't want to start the Umbral era, do we? The Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concern are the godlike beings known as primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire, but I firmly believe power possesses... Okay, yeah. I will go wither the wild roses bloom. Yours is no small endeavor. The dangers are great. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. Just waiting for here. Yeah.
I take it you will help us.
Yes.
Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come.
More from your curiosity.
I would introduce you to your friends in the Order.
Okay.
Tell me. Does the name Charlian ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states.
It got destroyed,
and was
didn't it?
situated in the northwest of Alderaan.
By the primals, no less.
The Charlians were the keepers of wisdom, both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons.
Okay.
Those same brave souls stand before you now.
Oh, so these guys are called Archons. Okay.
The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Pablimo. The two are charged with surveying the 12's Wood.
So they go in pairs because Papalymo's too small. So if he can't reach the higher things, Ida will help him with that. Is that why? Hello there.
Welcome.
Indeed.
I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Oh, look at these little cheeks. So can you see or not with the mask?
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
Thancred. This
He
one?
is our man here in Ulda, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Yastola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
So you all came here for me? Damn.
Greetings.
Greetings indeed.
Last but not least is Urianger, who presides
Urianger.
over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have question.
Sure.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
So he speaks in riddles? Or...
The
she's like,
words of a
"The
dear
fuck?"
friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
Oh, me too. Me too.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose.
Right, so the Carteneau is when the... Is that when the calamity hit? But that's the cutscene that we saw in the beginning, right? When everything was exploding, and we were talking about with, what's her name?
We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Okay.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Indeed. Hello.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family.
What is this in the background? Oh, is that the... What's his name's staff? Is that the guy with the white hair? Wow, what's his name? I can't
But
remember.
without further ado, I would assign
Yes.
you your first task.
First task. Be awesome. Got it.
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
Indeed. Gave them here. What
We
does
have
it say?
received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames.
Really?
Thancred, would you do the honors?
No. Oh, okay, fine. Here we
It
go.
would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo.
Okay.
But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
Okay,
At a
kidnapping
glance,
and Grand
one would
Theft Auto.
assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence.
That's what you
Such
think.
crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
So the Primal is stealing stuff? Really? Why does the Primal need to do that?
The evidence left behind implicates the Emolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit.
Ifrit, that's the dragon.
If we then
Right.
consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
Okay, so it's the followers, the Primal, that did this.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals,
Uh-huh.
I would have you play the leading role in this investigation.
Hell yeah. Crime
You
drama.
have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Okay, cool.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Awesome, thank you. Alright, cool. Alright, I guess we'll talk to Thancred. And then we'll We'll run around, we'll talk a little bit, we'll finish up the idea of the yellow paint. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then your mission is to investigate the crystal robbery and spate of abductions. So the crystals, I would imagine, has a lot of those aether, and then the people they may use as sacrifices. That's why. Crimes which we believe to be connected, assuming we are correct. It is like any discovery we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concerns had doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone. So that would seem like a fun place to start. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit, see what he gives you. He gives you full cooperation. Okay. Cool, so we'll head to the Drybone. Yeah, and the whole thing about lazy games, and a lot of it is that also, I feel like, right, with the newer games that are being made, especially in a franchise, it's just getting lazy and lazier and lazier. Like things like, well, look at Diablo 3, and then Diablo 4, right? Or things like Fallout 76. It's just not as good as what it was before. And then things like even Halo, you know, or Call of Duty. Like, I loved Halo. Halo was amazing. I loved Halo 1, 2, 3. The last one I played was Reach, but you know, I haven't played any of that for a long time. But the reason is none of them has been really compelling to play. Where's Drybone? So I'm not gonna spend my money to buy a game because I'm a fan of the franchise. You have to make a good game for me to be interested. Is that Drybone? No, where is it? Oh wow, it's so far away. Alright, well, time to walk. Start walking. Can I rent a chocobo? Anyway, yeah, so then I think we as consumers, right, ought to be responsible for spending money where we think the game is actually good and not on the games just because it's got a name attached to it. So we don't have to worry about, or at least we don't have to spend money on the games that are not great, and we support the games that are good, like Baldur's Gate 3. And you know, being a fan really sucks, because you're like, you want to support a series, but then you don't want to support bad behaviors of these devs where they're just rehashing the same crappy game all over again, and in fact, even making it worse at times. And there's, you know, I'm not gonna spend my money where I think it's just cash grabs. And then it's like a game like Baldur's 3 pops out, I'm like, you know what, I'm willing to pay the $80 because everything's more expensive here in Canada. I'm willing to pay the $80 for it. So, you know, we gotta vote with our wallets and reward games that are actually worth the money. And obviously that comes to the whole pre-order thing, so we shouldn't really pre-order anything. And the way why they want pre-orders is because then they can sell stuff and then say, hey, look, we sold this many copies and we don't have to worry about if the game is good or not. And they just dangle some carrots in front of us. It's like, oh, here, look at these little tiny little grams of rewards we can give you for pre-ordering by giving us money early so we don't have to actually make a good game. You know, it's just a pain in the ass. And I'm not here to tell you how you should spend your money. You spend money how you want. But these are just my rationales, and I feel like you and I ought to be responsible in some ways about how we shape the future of gaming. And I feel like recently has been really, really bad. And you know, I don't know, I just like none of the games are really that interesting. But the good thing is, we have a thriving indie scene where indie games are doing so much better. And you know what? In fact, the very fact that we're playing Final Fantasy XIV right now is a good sign, because when Final Fantasy XIV was first launched, it was a piece of shit, right? Nobody played it. It was terrible. And they realized how bad the game is. They took the game, they made it better, and now everybody's loving it. And that's a good sign for companies to say, hey, if you make a shitty game, that's fine. But you make it better, you make a good game, we'll still come around to play it. You know, or like the No Man's Sky. So I feel like that's a pretty good example, and we'll talk about that later. I think so. It deserves its own topic. So yeah, lazy devs, and the whole thing with devs shifting blame on the players, on the gamers. Like, dude, that is not cool, man. I don't think any industry blames their customers for them failing. You know what? If you have to resort to blaming your customers to offset blame, then perhaps you don't deserve much, you know? Yeah, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think about yellow paint or lazy devs? Do you think these are do you think these are connected? Well, do you think like there are problems, or do you not worry about it? Do you not have anything to, or are you not concerned about it? Like, what is this? Yeah, let me know how you feel. And we'll see you guys next time when we're doing the investigations. Bye.